Haussmann here, and I'm back again with DCeased Dead Planet Issue 5. I've changed up my lighting and my shirt, but that's unrelated. I've changed up the lighting because I'm still working on things and figuring it out. Let me know in the comments below if the lighting is better or not, or whatever. I don't care. I do care, actually. I want these things to look as good as possible. Just like I said, I've got lighting issues. Why am I talking about lighting issues? All that stuff happened on New Genesis. This issue takes place at the same time, and it's got some lower-powered people doing some way cooler stuff here on Earth. Starts with John Constantine. He's in the Tower of Fate, and there's a room there that Dr. Fate can't get into, and he's like, John Constantine, what do you have in this room? Because this is my tower. I want to know what's going on. Constantine's like, no, that's got to piss you off, doesn't it? And what's in that room is nothing yet. He's got a little summoning circle, and he summoned Etrigan the Demon. Etrigan's like, why am I here? And he's like, when Trigon coming? And Etrigan's like, 3 days. And Constantine's like, okay, well, I got a plan, and I got to do some stuff. So, to do that stuff, it involves going across the entire globe. And he's like, Swamp Thing, come with me, and then we're going to put a little team together. And that team is Batman and the Red Hood and Batgirl and Ravager, Rose, who is now married to Jason Todd. And they're like, okay, we're going to have a little Bat family road trip with Constantine and Swamp Thing. And the first stop is Nanda Parbat, where they go and they beat up some zombies. They don't want to kill any of them this time because they're like, we're working on a cure. There's going to be a cure, so let's try not to kill anybody. And they go there, and then Deadman is like, hey, come on into the city. And they're like, why can we see you? And he's like, it's a magic thing and it works differently here, so it's fine. You can see me. And they go, and Constantine goes in and finds the Spear of Destiny. And he takes it and he stabs Ramakushna. Ramakushna is like a goddess. She's got blue skin. Can't say I've ever seen her before in a comic, and I read a lot of comics. But anyway, she's some sort of goddess, and Constantine stabs her through the gut with the Spear of Destiny. He does say later that she will be okay because she's a goddess and they'll just lay her out for a couple hundred years. So, it's all good, but that's foreshadowing, I guess, that the Spear of Destiny works against gods. Anyway, Deadman is like, what are you doing? And Constantine whips out Ragman's cloak, which you may recall, since 1812, has been trapping souls in it. So he takes it and he's like, hey, Deadman, guess what? And pulls Deadman into Ragman's cloak. And honestly, I'm going to call that Deadman dead. They don't stop there, and they have another destination, and they go to the Rock of Eternity, which is where the Shazam people get their power. The wizard Shazam lives there, and they're there, and then Rose sees something. She's like, oh, God. And what she saw, because she can see the future, is Captain Marvel Jr., and he's infected, so we'll count him on the death counter. And he comes flying into the wall, and he grabs Jason Todd and slams him into the wall and breaks his back and just kills him. And then they talk about how Rose, like, oh, my God, she can see the future, but she couldn't prevent it, and that just means she had to watch her husband die twice. And that sucks. But everybody's fighting off Captain Marvel Jr., and they're kind of not doing very well. And they're like, quick, grab the Spear of Shazam. The wizard Shazam is there too as well, actually, and he's dead. Undead. And Ravager throws a sword into his head, and he goes down for a bit, I guess. But they're like, what? We can't fight Captain Marvel Jr., he's got the powers of Shazam. And the staff is there, and they're like, we can use the staff. Constantine's like, no, you have to have a pure heart to do that. And like, nobody here has a pure heart. But then Batgirl takes the staff and says Shazam, and she is Batgirl Shazam. Batzam, Shazbat. Shazbam Bat. Shabaz Bam Girl. Girl Bat. Shazam Batgirl. She's got a lightning bolt, and she's got powers. She beats the crap out of Captain Marvel Jr. They get back. Batman punches Constantine in the face. Everybody's kind of like choked. Ravager is like, my husband died for this? Are you sure this was worth it? And Constantine's like, yeah, it sucks, but like, it was worth it, and I'm sorry. And then the Spectre shows up. The Spirit of Vengeance in the DC universe. The Spectre shows up as like, Constantine, you got the Spear of Destiny, you got Shazam's staff, like, what are you doing? Constantine's just like, hey, mate, you're the bloody Spirit of Vengeance. Why do you think I'm doing this? It's for vengeance and stuff. And the Spectre's just like, yeah, okay, have fun, Constantine. Constantine's like, yeah, good night, mate. I guess we don't know what's happening yet, but it seems like, obviously, John Constantine is putting together a lot of magical artifacts to fight Trigon. And I guess we'll find out more when we're back with issue 6 tomorrow. Subscribe, like, come back. But they can't stop there. They got another stop to make. They can't stop there. They got another stop.